Hey everybody, welcome back to the Apartment Geek Weekly. I'm your host, Chris Robinson, and we're switching it up this week. I've got 2 or 3 projects that have kept me real busy, and life has just gotten in the way of me getting into the studio and doing a formal video. So I'm working from home this morning, and we're just switching it up with a home part 2 of this 3-part series about exit strategies after you've owned apartments for X amount of years. You've seen probably strong appreciation if it's in San Diego or Southern California, and you've seen cash flow. Sometimes more modest in the good parts of San Diego, but hopefully there's been some return. And a lot of my clients talk about it's time to get out of tenants, toilets, and turnovers, the T's of owning apartments, and simplify life, get out of either the direct management or managing a management company, which we're going to talk about in a second. So last week we talked about seller financing. I really like that option, being the lender for the buyer, creating a nice income stream with where you're making interest on the note, and also breaking up the time when you pay capital gain taxes because you're only exposed on the down payment. We also talked about cashing out. Nice, fun to cash in your chips, but most people are exposed to large capital gain taxes. This week it's single-tenant, triple net investments, which I've been selling for 16, 17 years. I probably do 3 to 4 of these a year for clients who sell apartments. They want to defer all of their taxes, and they want to go into something extremely passive where they're owning the land and the building with a single tenant in place, single tenant commercial retail tenant. So think Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, Walgreens, McDonald's. Chick-fil-A is one that we did one last year, 2018. Very conservative. You're basically you're kind of building an annuity where you're getting a income stream, and it's completely passive. And when I say passive, meaning we call these things like coupon clippers or mailbox money. So the triple net lease, which typically is 10, 15, 20 years, means the tenant pays directly property taxes, insurance, and repairs and maintenance. So something breaks, the roof leaks, it's on the tenant to go fix those things. Now when you do these, you want to be real careful that you're either going with a corporate guaranteed lease, so you're actually signing up a deal with the entire corporation, or it's a franchisee with a real significant net worth and a long track record of success. If you go into a small franchisee situation and there's financial issues and they file BK, that's your guarantor for the rent. So you really want to be with somebody who's significant. These are safe. We've been selling them for a long time, and I've got clients that bought these in 03, 04, who I still communicate with, and they've been real happy with their investment. So if anybody wants to talk about triple nets, reach out to me and we can kind of run some scenarios. What would the cash flow look like if you sold your 8 unit or 15, 20 unit, whatever it may be? The next option for retirement or simplifying is management companies. So say you've managed your units for X amount of years, and you want to keep them maybe for your kids, but you don't want to be involved. You want to be able to fly around or RV around the country, whatever it may be. For every, and again, I don't want to offend anybody out there, but it seems like for every 10 management companies, there's maybe one good one, or for every 19, there's maybe one good one. I tend to run into more issues with management companies. It's a tough business from a management company perspective. You're dealing with typically issues or problems, most of the time. The other issue I've seen is it's hard for people to give up control. A landlord who's been in the business hands-on for 10, 15, or whatever, 20, 30 years, real hard for them to kind of back off and let somebody else collect rents and pay the expenses. And I've seen the psychology of that be kind of difficult. So I think if you're going into a management company role, you've got to really feel like you're aware of what you're doing, and that you may have some issues with still trying to control the operations, which can be kind of unpleasant, because then you're getting in the way of the management company who's trying to do their job. It's also, there's a saying that we have in our business, management company, it's their problems with your money. So I've seen some profit loss statements, they start to get real wacky when management companies are in there, and the rents are just not increased enough or consistently enough, and then expenses get real high. They're charging you $50 an hour for somebody who they're paying $20 an hour, whatever it is. We see a lot of that. And again, there are great management companies out there. I've got a handful that, depending on the part of San Diego, that I like, and I get real good feedback from clients referred over to them. So if anybody, want to keep their apartments, they want to give them to their kids, they don't want to go into a different exit strategy, feel free to reach out, and I'm happy to give you my 2 cents on who does a good job and who's going to be around and trustworthy, etc. So that's it. That's part 2, and I look forward to seeing everybody next week on the last series, or the last part of the 3-part series on exit strategy. Have a great Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.